In today's video, I'm going to show you how to hook up your camper for the first time and also how to disconnect. First thing I'm going to do is dump the sewer black first, then grey. I've already checked that the grey works because you always want to check a little bit of water first before dumping the black, because if it's loose, you're going to have a mess. Another thing you can do after dumping the black is, once it's completely empty, is to go back into the toilet and flush it a couple times and get like a bowl full of water, then let it go, and it helps flush out all the gunk at the bottom of the tank. And then just close the black tank and then open up the grey, and it'll flush out all the black. The RV community affectionately refers to these as stinky slinkies, and yeah, you can imagine why. Always make sure to retract your awning. Another thing you always want to do is make sure that there's nothing on top of your slide. So any loose debris, just knock it off and you'll be good to go. So whenever I handle the stinky slinky, I always make sure I put gloves on first, and then I'll wash my hands again afterwards, just to make sure I'm not bringing any unwanted bacteria into the rig or around my daughter, who's only 2 months old. Alright, next I'm going to disconnect the water. So basically I'm going to turn the valve off here, and then I'm going to let the pressure off in the drain or on the faucet, and then disconnect the hose. The nice thing about having a pressure regulator is it shows me that the pressure is at 0, so I can just go ahead and disconnect it and not get sprayed with water. Okay, so before I disconnect the electric, I'm going to make sure that my babies are out of the rig.
Aw, baby.
No baby anymore. And it's a little bit warm out here, but it's not too bad. Evie's got a little baby fan to keep her cool, and Leah's keeping an eye on her. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull a slide in on the shore power, and then I'm going to disconnect the electric. Watch out! Alright, so my dog will be okay in here for a minute. I'm going to put the steps up because they're the kind that need to be put into the rig, and then I'll grab him when I get ready to leave. He should be fine here for a few minutes. So a great piece of advice is to make sure everything is strapped down before you get going. Like this door here has a latch on it, so I'm going to put that in, make that nice and secure. And then the television here has a strap on it as well, and there's also a little strap on the medicine cabinet, so you want to make sure all those are strapped down so nothing breaks loose. Also make sure there's nothing that's going to fall over in the rig. I haven't had a chance to do the dishes because I'm on my own right now with the kids, so I literally just piled them all into the sink, and I'll take care of it later this evening when my wife's home. But yeah, everything is off of the sofa. Anything that's going to fall down and break has been either put on the ground itself already, or it's been put away, so we're good to go. So before I disconnect, I'm going to make sure that I turn the fuse off and then pull it out. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is put my gloves on, and I'm going to go ahead and take the stabilizer jacks up. Okay, so once the jacks are all up, next thing to do is to check underneath the rig, make sure there are absolutely no obstructions. This is particularly a good idea in the back because as you raise the camper up to hook it onto the hitch, if the jacks are down, you'll crush them in the back. So make sure everything's lifted up, make sure there's nothing in the way. If you ever encounter that where it won't go forward all the way, all you gotta do is just put your brake on and just roll forward just slightly, it'll pull it tight. Good to go. But don't forget your pin. I just want to make sure that your chains are crossed, so the one that's closest to me is going to go on the other side. Also make sure that your chain links aren't getting all bound up. So if you have a weight distribution, make sure that the chains are the same on both sides, same number of links. So raising it up to take the tension off of it a little bit, and into place. Alright, next thing is to unchock it now that it's all connected firmly to the truck. There's that old doggy. Come on, old dog. Hi, baby. Good boy. That's it. That's a good old doggy. Good boy. Alright, so I've got everything all hooked up. I just need to put the steps back up, make sure everything's secure on the outside, roll forward off the blocks, and then I'm going to get my son and my daughter in the truck as well, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, so the last thing to do before you pull away is to do a nice good walk around to make sure that everything is secure, everything is locked, and everything is buttoned down. So I always take a look from a distance, and I'll check the truck and underneath the whole rig, make sure there's no obstructions, and then I'll go through and make sure that the hitch is on correctly, make sure everything is where it should be, and then I'm gonna make sure that everything is locked. So as long as you do a quick walk around and make sure everything is good to go, then you're good to pull off. Alright, so we're gonna check both sides, make sure everything's good. Yeah, I think it looks good. Everything is secure, so we're good to go. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. We put out new videos every week.